So what do we need this offseason? What's up, Vikings Nation, and welcome to the Minnesota Vikings Syndicate. I'm your host, Trey Wicks. Now, today we're going to be talking about what do the Vikings need this offseason. There's a couple pieces that I feel like we need to upgrade or at least add some depth pieces there so that our team's a little bit better going forward. Obviously, that's what you all want in the end, is just to be better than you were the year before. So, look, Tyler Forness kind of dove through this situation and kind of labeled out 10 different off-season needs that the Vikings need to go do or need to go grab and stuff. I highlighted 4 of them because there's a couple of them that I didn't agree with. So let's dive right into it. We'll start with the safety and work our way down. I have 4 main off-season needs that the Vikings need to do or get this off-season. Starting, like I said, with the safety. Look, the safety position is looking really good. Okay, we know that. But could move up the list if the Vikings choose to move on from Harrison Smith for salary cap reasons this offseason. Now, the Vikings invested a top pick at the position last year in Lewis Cine, and he should be ready for offseason workouts and the start of the 2023 season. So he's okay. I'm not saying we absolutely need a safety by any means, but I'm saying we need depth because, look, outside of those two, okay, Lewis Cine and Harrison Smith, Cam Bynum played well opposite of Smith this season, and Josh Metellus will be entering the last season of his rookie contract and even earned the honor of captain at the end of the year. Now, with how cornerback is shaping up, safety isn't where you want to spend your resources. So we have depth there. Okay, we don't necessarily need to go grab somebody, but it would be okay to, let's say we don't want to re-sign or we want to let Josh Metellus walk or Cam Bynum. We could trade him in a package or something. Maybe get another depth piece at that safety position. We don't need to do this. I'm not saying we do. I just think it'd be an okay move. If we draft one 6th round, 7th round, or if we pick one up in free agency and be some Joe Schmo, I wouldn't care. Okay, so safety. The second one, which I think we all kind of already know, this is a massive need this offseason, linebacker. Okay, we need a different linebacker, or at least add a linebacker. The linebacker position will be interesting in how the Vikings approach it. Brian Asamoah will likely be starting at linebacker for the Vikings, but who will be starting with him? Whether the Vikings retain one of Eric Kendricks or Jordan Hicks. Now, I could see both Kendricks and Hicks leaving the team this offseason. I would like to keep Kendricks around, but he has just got to play better football and actually tackle somebody for once. I hate when they just try to punch out the ball and let the offense get an extra 2-3 yards every single play. It's annoying, okay? Just go out there and hit somebody. That's all we need to do. Now, Kendricks is the leader of the defense. He's the Mike linebacker or middle linebacker, okay? He runs the show. So it would be okay to bring him back, especially with that veteran leadership. We would need him. Jordan Hicks, we can let him go. He did all right, but there was times I seen him jogging. He just didn't look like he was in the right spot at most times. But you never know, okay? The linebacker position does have some guys on day 2 that are worth investing in. But a free agent is more likely solution for the Vikings and a day 3 option to develop. Now, we talked about it yesterday on the video. Leighton Vander Esch. Go get that man, okay? That's instantly going to make the defense that much better, especially when we need to create pressure at that linebacker position. Send the blitz, whatever it may be, pass coverage, you get it. I would like Leighton Vander Esch, but we'd have to do a little bit of a cap manipulation in order to land him, I believe. And then third, okay, interior offensive line, okay? We've seen it at the beginning or at the end of the season, where our offensive line just kind of deteriorated, okay? It was, injury after injury. And look, there's some young guys up there and just some guys in general that aren't good, shouldn't be in the NFL. And we know that. We watched it towards the end of the season where we kind of fell apart. Now, how the Vikings approach the interior of the offensive line is going to be fascinating, okay? Garrett Bradbury is a free agent. Do we bring him back or do we let him walk? I don't know. Ezra Cleveland is set to become a free agent after this upcoming season, the 2023 season. And Ed Ingram is coming off a pretty rough year. But you have to remember, Ed Ingram was a rookie. Okay, everyone seems to forget that Ed Ingram was a rookie. Okay, he's got time to develop. He will be okay. Okay, he has enough time to learn the ropes and he has a second chance at it. So you never know. Okay, now they could easily need to replace or, to all 3 positions over the next 2 off seasons, depending on how things go. We could replace all of them. They will need to either re-sign both Bradbury and Cleveland or start working on replacing them both. There aren't a lot of inexpensive options in free agency, but the draft has some talented players on day 2. Now, the number 1 rated center in all of football and college or whatever is none other than a Minnesota Golden Gopher, okay? Give me John Michael Schmitz, I believe is his name or something like that. You can help me out if you want to go look at it. But he's a really good pick, okay? If we have him, if he's available at number 30 or wherever we have him in the draft, like 20-something, take him. Give me that center. That would help tremendously. And last but not least, okay, some of you might get a little upset, but it's something we need to kind of address, something we need to talk about, and that's the wide receiver position. Yeah, we got Justin Jefferson. We have KJ Osborne. We have Adam Thielen. But what are we going to do with Adam Thielen? Are we going to let him walk? Or are we going to let him or cut him, trade him because he's worth $19 million on the cap next year? Or restructure? You never know, okay? Now, the Vikings have one of the best wide receivers in the league, if not the best, in Justin Jefferson. While he can dominate at any time, he can't do it by himself every week. He needs a true running mate, and Adam Thielen and KJ Osborne aren't it. And that's what Tyler Forness says. I think they're it. I think that we've seen flashes of where these guys can be great, but you need another dog out there. Now, Adam Thielen, Minnesota born and raised, you'd love to keep him around, but is it plausible to pay him $19 million next year? I don't know. All right. Now, they could move on from Thielen and Osborne, and they will be a free agent after the season ends. That leaves the Vikings needing to potentially replace both of them over the next 2 off seasons. This draft class is filled with starting caliber receivers from the end of the first round all through day 2. Now, getting one of them who can be a field stretcher or developing Jalen Nailor into that spot and getting another talented weapon is something that the Vikings should prioritize in the draft come April. I'd be okay with the wide receiver. If that center's gone, you take Jackson Smith. I can't really pronounce his last name, from Ohio State. I think that'd be a very, very good pickup. Also, Jalen Nailor. Let's elevate him. Okay, put him in that rotation of wide receivers. I think he has what it takes. He's fast. He's explosive, and I think you just got to give the man a chance. Sometimes that's all you have to do is just allow them to have that chance to succeed, and I think Jalen Nailor can do that. We just have to give him that opportunity, and he might run away with it. So those are the 4 key pieces I think we kind of need to look at. Not necessarily address or go pick somebody up, but we need to take a look at that. The wide receiver, the interior offensive line, the linebacker position, and maybe potentially the safety. If not safety, DBs in general, cornerbacks, whatever the case may be. So those are the 4 things. You let me know in the comments what you believe we're going to do this offseason and what we need to pick up. Also, drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of your day, folks, and SKOL Vikes.